What's up, everybody? This is Iconic Repaints. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the X Plus 25 centimeters Rodan from Godzilla King of the Monsters, released in 2019. This figure itself came out last year in 2021. And I was pretty lukewarm on him since he been released. I actually love the design of Rodan in the 2019 movie. I think it's a fantastic update, just like all the monsters in that movie. I think they really did a great job of kind of bringing new life to all of these iconic monsters that used to just be suits and props, and they made them realistic looking and scarier and more intimidating all across the board. So kudos to them on that. This Rodan has a wonderful design. But yeah, I was lukewarm on the figure because the paint job's kind of it's a little more muted than I think I would like. And even though I will agree that it's accurate to the movie, at least the movie kind of had CGI effects to really embellish the fire aspect to the character. You don't really have that here. But anyway, before I get too much into the figure, Rodan, a little backstory on him. I don't think I've done any videos regarding Rodan yet. But Rodan is one of the big five from the Toho Japanese classic monster movies. He's one of the most popular monsters for sure, and he is right on Godzilla's heels as far as kind of his entrance into the series. So Godzilla came out in 1954, the first film I'm speaking of, and Rodan was right on his heels in 1956. It was the first movie in color, I believe, for this series. And I really love the movie. It's one of my favorite monster movies of all time. I like it better than most of the Godzilla movies. I think it ranks really high. If you put it into the mix of Godzilla, into the Godzilla series, if you include it, I think it ranks really, really high. What I love most about it as a monster movie is it kind of feels like two different movies in one. So it starts off with these miners who suddenly start getting attacked by these giant, ugly, man-sized, actually they're the size of hippos. These giant insects that are just hunting them down from the mines one by one. And they start kind of tunneling out through the mines into terrorizing the little towns. And it already right there, it's already a scary ass movie. As a 50s horror film, it's pretty damn scary. It's very creepy. They're eerie. I don't like bugs that look like that or make weird noises when they crawl. So you have that aspect. But then the film takes a turn. Probably 45 minutes into the movie, you finally see the star of the movie. It's a giant, humongous bird egg that hatches, and a baby Rodan is just snatching these bugs up like little tiny caterpillars, they're nothing to him. And of course, that bird grows and starts flying, and now you have a full-on kaiju film, an unstoppable monster that has its own really cool story, cool ending, and I won't spoil it just in case somebody gets a little curious and wants to check it out for themselves. But yeah, it's a great movie, and if you do have HBO Max, it is on there right now. Rodan could be watched for free on HBO Max at the moment. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. I know a lot of Showa films are on YouTube as well for free, but I know HBO Max definitely has it. So, fast forwarding to 2019, Rodan is also in the movie with King Ghidorah and Mothra. And again, he is done really, really, really well. But this figure from X Plus, sculpted beautifully, by the way. The sculpt is wonderful. The details are top notch. But I needed to have a Rodan in the collection. I feel like any true Godzilla collection needs to include an incarnation of Rodan and Mothra, King Ghidorah, and probably Mechagodzilla. Maybe even King Kong. I think those core monsters need to be represented. I can keep going on. I think Gigan's important. Anguillus is important. Anyway, it's not the point of the video. Rodan is definitely in that top 5 slot without a doubt. So I needed a Rodan. Now, I used to have the 30 centimeter scale Rodan from, I think it was 1964 from Ghidra, the three-headed monster, I want to say. Could have been, I don't know. Could have been 68, I suppose, but I'm pretty sure it was 64. And while I love that figure, over time the vinyl would warp, I guess. The wings wouldn't really support him anymore. The legs wouldn't really support him, so he'd keep tipping over and kind of fall on his face. So I sold that off because I just got tired of worrying about it and having to prop him up with other monsters. But there was a hole that was in my collection that needed to be filled, that Rodan void, right? So I was looking at different figures. I really did like the 30 centimeter Rodan 1956 that just came out with the base, but I am pulling away from the 30 centimeter scale. I'm really just kind of liking the look of the 25 centimeter scale, especially for the supporting monsters, the side monsters. Godzilla I'm a little more flexible with, but so it was between a Rodan 56 really, or like a 60s Rodan, or the Rodan from 2019. Ultimately, just because I really do love the design of this 2019 almost as much as I love the 56, I decided to go with this guy. It isn't a flying pose, so you get this ugly base that really doesn't even hold him up all that well anyway. So it kind of fails on its most important aspect. The paint job's a little bland. It's really dark brown pretty much all along. You do have like these fiery little details in the crevices of his skin, and it does look nice, but you need like good lighting to really check it out, to really make it pop, to really see the complexity and everything with the details. But ultimately, when it's just kind of hanging out on the shelf or in display case in a natural lit room, it's really hard to make out. It looks like just one shade brown color figure. But I got it knowing that ultimately, I will like to try to amplify these colors and kind of give them a little touch up. I'm just not sure how yet. I'm not sure how crazy I need to go with the paint and how stylized I want to make it to really kind of make this guy pop. Like, do I try to keep it screen accurate and try to pull off something that a fantastic toy company couldn't pull off, or do I just go full on break the rules and completely just do my own thing? Screen accuracy be damned. I haven't decided yet, so ultimately I'm not touching it with the brush just yet. But for the review standpoint, I just kind of wanted to put that out there. But yeah, the sculpt is great. Again, I do hate the stand. It's not even reliable. And one thing I also don't like that they did is they put the Toho X Plus stamp on the side of the wing, so it's really noticeable. Usually, like a lot of Godzilla figures, they'll have them on the bottom of the foot, so it's hidden. But this guy, I don't know why they couldn't put it somewhere else, like at the very bottom of the tail or something, or even, I don't know if there was room on the foot. Like, I just think it's kind of ugly. It's an eyesore. Like, yeah, you could ignore it, but it's just, to me, that could have been done better. This guy's got like really small, little bright yellow eyes, and they do look cool. I think the ones on mine are a little derpy, but again, I'm not going to really worry about that if I plan on doing a repaint to it anyway. But ultimately, it's a wonderful design. It's a great reimagining of Rodan, a very nice updated and upgraded look. He still has like the horns adorning his head, the winged the claws on the wings and everything, and the spikes the protruding from his chest, which are hard to see with this design because everything's so dark brown, but they are there, and it's just iconic Rodan. So again, great job to the studio bringing an iconic monster from the 50s and updating him to make him look more realistic in today's world. Love that. And keep a lookout for a video in the future where I show off this Rodan again, hopefully with a more vibrant paint job once I figure out the best route to go. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. See y'all soon. Peace.